everybody, another week of chatter, of talk, of wondering what exactly is the future for Derek Carr in the silver and black. We'll talk about that and more. This is the Silver and Black Today's Las Vegas Raiders News Weekly. Don't go anywhere. All right, Raider Nation, the talk that some of you love to hate, and that, of course, is surrounding the Raiders starting quarterback for the moment, number 4, Derek Carr. It was the NFL Combine, and as we wrote on silverandblacktoday.com, this would be the Derek Carr Combine, and what we meant by that was the conversation around the quarterback has not died down. We waited, we saw Mike Mayock, first day of the Combine on Wednesday, have a press conference, and what did he say? It depends what side you're on, folks. People who love Derek Carr said, see? Mike Mayock said, Derek Carr's fine. He had a great year. There's no problem. Nothing to see here. Keep walking by. Keep moving on. Others, though, heard in Mike Mayock's speech the fact that Mayock said, hey, listen, if we can get better at any position, including quarterback, we will do that, right? Here's exactly what Mayock said.
I mean, the bottom line is this. I think everybody needs to understand at what level Derek Carr played last year, okay? The guy completed 70% of his passes. He had almost a 3-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. I think we're number 11 in the league in total yards. We were 7th in third down conversions. We did a lot of really good things on offense last year. The disconnect was we didn't score a lot of points. You're 11 in yards and 24 in points. There's an issue. It's defense, it's special teams, it's not scoring in the red zone, and it's not scoring in goal to goal, okay? So to me, those are the issues. Derek Carr played at a high level. I'm very happy with Derek Carr. What I've told everybody I've been in touch with since the day I took this job is we're going to evaluate every position every year. And if we can get better, we will. And guys get tired of me saying that, but that's really what I told Mark Davis before I took the job, and that's my mantra.
So there you have it. Nothing really different from what we heard last year. Some look at it as vindication and saying, see, aha, I told you Derek Carr's not going anywhere. Others look at it and say, listen, it was a tepid endorsement at best. And that means that, hey, if they can get better, they will. So I think this, again, goes back to the argument. 50% of you on one side, 50% on the other, and maybe 49%. And there's the 1% of us in the middle who say, listen, anything can happen. Derek Carr, a good quarterback. Derek Carr, is he the guy to drive the Raiders forward into the playoffs to a championship? We don't know. Only Jon Gruden and Mike Mayock know. But we did hear a lot this week, including from a guest we're going to have on our Sunday show on CBS Sports Radio 1140 from 8 to 10 a.m., streaming on radio.com, is Benjamin Albright. Benjamin Albright, of course, of KOA Radio in Denver and of the Pro Football Network. Very well-connected guy. I know some of you don't like him because he's associated with the Broncos and covers Denver sports. Doesn't matter. Benjamin is the real deal. He's got a lot of folks. He understands. He knows people. And I will tell you this. He reported that the Raiders were actively shopping. That's right. Actively shopping Derek Carr. Forget whether or not they're listening to offers. Mike Mayock said they weren't actively shopping. Benjamin Albright reported that he had multiple sources in the NFL who told him they were. We're going to talk to him about that on Sunday. But folks, here's the deal. The phone rings, you listen. I don't care who it is. You can always get better. We also heard from Jon Gruden, talked to a scrum of reporters. A lot of people found in that what they wanted. See, look, hey, Gruden says, I like Derek Carr. Derek Carr's doing everything we're asking him. That to them means that he's not going anywhere. Others looked at it and said, well, Gruden said the same thing about Khalil Mack and signing him. Gruden said the same thing about Amari Cooper. So we'll have to go wait and see how it all says. But I will tell you this, we will continue to cover it. Some of you think that the media and other sources that produce content shouldn't cover it. We are going to cover it because people are interested in it. So make sure you check in to the show on Sunday. Benjamin Albright. We'll also talk to Vinny Bonsignore from the Las Vegas Review-Journal about that situation too. He's been reporting on it a lot. So it's not going anywhere, folks. Check it out, silverandblacktoday.com. We will continue to cover that. What else was happening in Raider Nation this week? The Raiders' new headquarters in Henderson, Nevada, right outside Las Vegas. Guess what they did? They sold the land underneath it. That's right. They bought the land at half price from the city of Henderson, built their headquarters on top of it, and now they've turned around, sold the land underneath it. They're leasing back the property, and that is a smart move. That frees up a ton of cash for the Raiders that they can use to pay off debt, they can use for other expenses. It's not uncommon. In fact, here in Las Vegas, the Bellagio Hotel, MGM Grand, who owns the MGM, the Bellagio, a lot of hotels, basically half the strip, they did the same thing, and they also are doing the same thing with the MGM Grand property, their namesake too. So it's not uncommon to do this, to sell the land underneath and then lease it back for a long period of time so that you can get the cash and not have to hold that liability there. So the Raiders making moves there. It'll be interesting to see how that all goes down. But nonetheless, a smart, savvy business move by the Raiders. Their headquarters slated, as you can see in some of the drone footage that we shot before, slated to be open in June. We anticipate, as you know, the news we had last week, the Raiders will have a mini camp here in June, and hopefully that facility will be ready for them to do it there, which we anticipate will be the case. Also up on our website, when it comes to the draft, our in-house draft expert, Mr. Kelly Kreiner, that is his name, that is his game. If you go up and look on silverandblacktoday.com, he did a great piece this week on draft picks, just the first round. What will the Raiders do in the first round? But he broke it down differently. He said, hey, pick number 1 will be, he did 3 versions of both the number 12 and number 19 picks. In those, he said, hey, here's the top, you can't pass on this guy. Here's a surprise pick, and then here's sort of like a long shot, a wild card. He did that, so he picked 6 guys in those first 2 picks that the Raiders could go. So make sure you check out that piece from Kelly. We will talk about that on Sunday's show as well. But make sure you look at that. Done a little bit different. There's all these mock drafts. Kelly did it just kind of a mini mock draft. He will be doing more as offseason progresses, as we get closer to the NFL New Year and, of course, the draft here in Las Vegas. So make sure you check that out as well as everything else up on silverandblacktoday.com, your only full-time Raiders news source from Las Vegas. That's right, independent news from Las Vegas, the capital now of Raider Nation. All right, folks, well, that's going to do it for our quick little weekly wrap-up. Check out our new drone video. You can see it here in the corner. We were out over the stadium. The roof progress is amazing. Make sure you check that out as well. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications bell. Do not forget, if you don't hit the notifications bell, you won't know when our new videos go live. For everybody at Silver and Black Today, I am Scott Gulbransen, and may the autumn wind always be at your back. We'll talk to you next week, Raider Nation.